Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Alhamdulillah, today we are blessed to have amongst us our sheikh Abu Suhaib Islam of Jordan. Sheikh Abu Suhaib, actually, he was in the company of Imam Al-Albani rahimahullah for many years while Imam Al-Albani was alive and while Sheikh Abu Suhaib was in Jordan. And Sheikh Abu Suhaib owned alhamdulillah, those who want to get some knowledge that is based on Quran and Sunnah purely, not based on madhabiyya or bias to another. Alhamdulillah, this is where the knowledge comes from, and this is we pray to Allah Azza wa Jalla that Allah Azza wa Jalla will open the gate of knowledge for our Shaykh. We receive that knowledge and act upon it. We will say it's food for thoughts. I say not food for thoughts. It's food. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد, as we know that we are gathering tonight for the sake of reminding ourselves of how great it is a blessing from Allah Azza wa Jal that He made us to live to witness another Ramadan. Wallahi, it is a blessing that the person doesn't realize how much Allah Azza wa Jal had blessed him with to make him to live for this month of Ramadan and to gain the hasanat and expiate the sayyat. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, Shahrani la yanqusan. 2 months, they will not decrease. قال رمضان وذو الحجة, the month of Ramadan and the month of Dhul Hijjah. Shahra Eid, they are the months of Eid. What does that mean? The month, as we know, is that in the lunar system, either 30 days or 29 days. So if it is 30 days, then the person will gain more reward if he's doing obedience to Allah than if it was 29 days. And if he's doing sins, he will incur more sins if it is 30 days than if it is 29 days. So here we find that the Prophet of Allah had specified 2 months. And I just asked somebody to put the children, please, to make them the lower voice, please. If each adult taking his child, please keep your child with you. Jazakumullah.
You could go in the nursery room.
Please. So, so we find that these 2 months, Sheikh, the plate was speaking. I'm going to stop until you finish. These 2 months, they are 30 days or 29 days. Ramadan. So if you are worried, a person who loves Ramadan, a person who wants to maximize his hasanat in Ramadan, do not worry if it's 30 or 29 days. You're going to have the rewarding complete. Shahrani la yanqus. They will not go down. And if you are a person who thinks about Ramadan as a torture, those people, as soon as it's 29 days, are relaxed. And if it's 30 days, they will say, oh my God, another day. Allahu musta'an. Same thing with the month of Dhul Hijjah. Prophet of Allah, he said, there are 2 months of Eid. Why? Because Eid follows Ramadan. And also, Eid is in the month of Dhul Hijjah. Eid al-Fitr, as soon as Ramadan is finished, starts. And Dhul Hijjah, it includes in it the Eid of Al-Adha. Do you know why we fast this month of Ramadan? What is the main reason? I'm not saying what we're going to gain from the month of Ramadan. The reason we fast this month is in the following verse, Surah Al-Baqarah. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. شهر رمضان, the month of Ramadan, which Quran was revealed. It was revealed in the month of Ramadan. One go from the preserved tablet to the worldly heaven, which we call it Baytul Izzah, from which Jibreel alayhi salam used to descend down to the Prophet of Allah from that Baytul Izzah according to their occasion. So, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he also told us that not just only the Quran is revealed is in the month of Ramadan. No, all the books and the scrolls that we know about, they were revealed in the month of Ramadan. This hadith is authenticated by our Sheikh Al-Albani, rahimahullah, and that is the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he said, أنزلت صحف إبراهيم في أول ليلة من رمضان. That is, the scrolls of Ibrahim alayhi salam were sent down in the first night of Ramadan. وأنزلت التوراة لست مضين من شهر رمضان. And also the Torah, the book of the Jews, was sent down upon Musa alayhi salam after 6 nights had passed from the month of Ramadan. قال وأنزل الإنجيل, and the gospel was sent down upon Isa alayhi salam after 13 nights had passed from the month of Ramadan. And وأنزل الزبور, also the Psalms, the Zabur, was sent down to Prophet Dawood alayhi salam at the 18th or after 18 nights had passed from the month of Ramadan. Then he says, وَأُنزِلَ الْقُرْآنَ وَأُنزِلَ الْفُرْقَانَ. The Quran of ours was sent down after 24 nights had passed from the month of Ramadan. So, as we know now that this month of Ramadan has the revelation of all the books, the most important, the last one, the last testament, the Quran, it was sent upon Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as a guidance for mankind. قال Allah, Allah he said, شهر رمضان, the month of Ramadan, الذي أنزل فيه القرآن, in which the Quran was revealed. قال هدى للناس, guidance to mankind. وبينات من الهدى والفرقان, and it's also a clear proofs for the guidance and the criterion. What is the criterion? To distinguish between right and wrong, between truthfulness and falsehood. This is criterion. And proofs for the guidance and for the criterion. فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرَ فَلْيَصُمْ. He who witnesses the month of Ramadan, the moon's been sighting at the beginning, then let him fast. Arabs, they say, فَمَنْ, this fa, فَاءُ السَّبَبِيَّة. The fa, which means it is because it is the month of Quran, that is why fasting is imposed upon us. Because it's a month designated for the whole of Revelations, that's why we find Allah Azza wa Jal gives it more importance. Just like as well, can I just ask the person who's got the adhan or something like this to please put it down? Just the same thing with Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr, the greatest of all nights, happens to be in the month of Ramadan. Because it had witnessed the revelation of the Quran, also it has more specification. So he who fasts prayer, imanan wa ihtisaban, believing in it and hoping for the reward, all his previous sins will be forgiven. This night, Prophet of Allah commanded us and to investigate. Is it the night or not? How? To see the night in terms of temperature-wise, in terms of calmness-wise, compared to the nights before and the nights after. And also the following day to see and witness the sun how it rises, because the indication of Laylatul Qadr, the sun on the following day will come out and rise feeble, weak, with a brass dish. That means no rays. You could really stare at the sun, it will not harm your eyes. and he would stay for a long time, not like the normal days. As soon as the sun comes out, 5-10 seconds, you can't stare at the sun. Whereas if it's Laylatul Qadr, the sun is just like not rising, so staying still. And with an orange brass dish, you can look at it and relaxingly, and it doesn't harm you. So this why Allah Azza wa Jal, He said, فَمَنْ شَهِدَ الشَّهْرَ. So we need to sight the moon. It's very important upon the Muslim Ummah. It's the communal obligation, collective obligation, fardu kifaya, that the people has to have some designated to sight the beginning of the moon, not to depend upon the calendar or the calculation, astronomical calculation. No, we have to see the moon. Sumu li ru'yatih wa aftiru li ru'yatih. Fast when you see it, and break your fast. That means for the Eid when you see it. Now, as we have, alhamdulillah, said to you why the month of Ramadan is being made to be the month of fasting. Prophet said, Ramadan, he who fasts Ramadan, believing in it, believing it is for our benefit, not as a torture. It is not, because this ayat ends up with the following word: يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ بِكُمُ الْيُسْرَ وَلَا يُرِيدُ بِكُمُ الْعُسْرَ. Allah intends ease to you, does not intend to be hard on you. There's no hardship. This fast is very easy, alhamdulillah. Everybody fasts along with each other, they'll find it easy. We did fast even more difficult than this fast when we were in the summer. You remember? We had about 19 hours. Now, mashallah, people are going to start migrating towards England, because in the following years, you're going to find that the fast is just nothing. Click your finger, open your eyes, close your eyes, and that's it. You'll find that you're going to start fasting 6:45, 6:50, about 7 o'clock in the morning. You're going to break your fast before 4 o'clock. That's before you go home, still at work. And you ask, alhamdulillah, you have done your day. So Allah Azza wa Jal helps. So you believe that this Ramadan is for the sake of us. Allah Azza wa Jal doesn't need for you to fast to Him. You are in need for the fast. Allah does not need you to slaughter for Him. You are the one who's in need for the slaughtering. That يَنَالُهُ التَّقْوَى مِنْكُمْ. The taqwa is the one who's going to get for you. So the taqwa from slaughtering or banning, the taqwa also from fasting the month of Ramadan. قَالْ وَاحْتِسَابًا. Hoping for the reward. So when you are fasting now, you're not fasting because your father told you to fast, not because you are shy from the community that you need to fast with them. It is actually you fast because you are knowing the fact Allah Azza wa Jal is the one who will give us this fast for our benefit. You love the Almighty Azza wa Jal. So when it comes to the iftar, it's not you're going to count the seconds and the minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute and a half, 10, 9, 8, 1, go, dig. And you start shoving food in your belly until you can't really have a space inside. And then you throw up, you come to the prayer, heavy stomach. You can't even concentrate in the prayer. This is not the fast is all about. It's not the fast as well to stay up all night watching movies and watching whatever it is. And then stand the Fajr, and then when after the Fajr, you sleep and they wake you up for iftar time. This is not fasting. رُبَّ صَائِمٍ لَيْسَ لَهُ مِنَ الصِّيَامِ إِلَّا الْجُوعُ وَالْعَطَشُ. You'll find a fasting person, you'll find nothing as a benefit from this fast except for thirst and hunger. This is the person who is not fasting for the sake of Allah. So let's now make sure that our intention is to fast for the sake of Allah. And you as well, this person who doesn't is forgiven. That is a person, when you see him, for example, I put some more weight. Say to him, brother, I could see him, mashallah, he put in some weight. Ramadan is not for diet. Ramadan is coming for. And if you talk some people get fat in Ramadan. They overeat. So when you say Ramadan is coming, I'm going to put my weight down, that's not your intention from Ramadan. The intention from Ramadan is that the following hadith. Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا كَانَتْ أَوَّلُ لَيْلَةٍ مِّن رَمَضَانٍ. I'm asking, by the way, the sisters, are they able to hear my voice? Put your hands up. Yes? Yes, alhamdulillah. I'm just far away from the microphone because you get closer, it's not audible properly. Okay? That's why I'm just getting further away from it. Fine. So Allah's Messenger, he said, قال إذا كانت أول ليلة من رمضان. Feels happened to be the first night of Ramadan. Today, we have the fourth night. 3 nights ago, the first night. قال صفدت الشياطين ومرضت الجن. Shayateen, those are the kuffar from the jinn. Shayateen, they are the ones who are the soldiers of Iblis. They will be locked. قال ومرضت الجن and all jinn. But there are still loose. The kuffar jinn who can embrace Islam. Like the kuffar human beings. They are loose. Nobody as well would lock up those jinn disbelievers. Still loose. They are still loose and they still can as well harm you. And that is why we say to the person who is using his intellect in the deen, he says, why do I need to say this to that in Ramadan to eat my food when the shaitan are locked up? No, akhi, don't use that. Oh, these shayateen who are from the disbelievers jinn still can eat with you. Please listen to the following hadith. Can I have your eyes towards me, please? Right. Very good. Prophet ﷺ, he was making i'tikaf in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. And Safiya bint Huyay, his wife, she comes and pays him a visit. She stays with him until late night. And then he escorts her to the door. And then 2 Sahabi, 2 companions from the Ansar, they will walk. So the Prophet of Allah, with this woman, totally covered, don't know who she is, they started going fast. Imagine you see somebody with a sheikh or something with a woman. It's a bit strange. So you just go fast. You pretend that you're not seeing him. Huh? I didn't see him. You put a close eye. So they went fast. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said, "Ala rislikuma." Take it easy. Slow down. Innaha Safiya. Not in the sheikh. Innaha Safiya. Innaha Safiya. She is Safiya bint Huyay. She is Safiya. They said, Subhanallah. The companion said, Messenger of Allah, do you think that we had this wrong idea? That you had been contacting another woman which is not halal for you? No way. This one should give you more privacy. It's not we thought wrong about you. He said, well, لَقَدْ خَشِيتُ أَنْ يَقْذِفَ الشَّيْطَانُ فِي قَلْبِكُمَا شَيْئًا. I was afraid that the shaitan would throw something into your heart. What is that thing? Doubt. Look, what is he doing? Look, subhanallah, I'm going to tell you a story about this. This shaitan in the hearts of the person doubts. If you go along with it, you will be loser. So the Prophet he said, Inna shaitan, very shaitan. Would like brothers, if you can just make sure that we are in the talk all together so you benefit. And the sisters got children, please keep the children with you because
then pray for the team.
Person who's got a torpedo and he's running and he's got another torpedo in his hand. Another person is following him has got no torpedo. So I've got myself, I've got a hat, and I've got another hat in my hand, and I'm running. Sheikh Abdul Latif has got no hat and he's running behind. What's going to come to you? What's in your mind? That I stole? Yeah. So because I stole his hat and he's running, come chasing me up. No, let's go. It could be just my hand, and I managed somehow to snatch it from him with his powerful guy. So don't come to any conclusion. And always do with me. One day, and I'm just saying this for my wife, that when I had the mother of my wife to pay us this is important. And at that time, I'm talking about 1990s. My mother-in-law, she's not a Muslim. But I told her when she comes to the country, make sure that she's dressed up modestly. with long skirts and all. She did. And we did not have those sort of, at that time, beginning 1990s, the mobile and all of that. Very rare to have a phone even at that time in our country. So I had a bookshop and I had landline, which I use it for people who want to call abroad with their families. So they pay me money for how many minutes and so on. So I got a bookshop. So she wanted to call, her husband back home in England. I don't have a landline in my house. I have a landline in the shop. So because she's the lady, and I had a hire car, I had a hire car to hire just to take her around the area. So I took her, and it was winter season, I remember, at about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night, that's very late. And I know that the street, full of it, going to be shops closed, everything. Nothing. So I took her my own. That's the mistake, she think my wife. I took her my own, and my mother-in-law, she looks young. So then I looked, and there was a shop not far away from me, opposite, far away, still open. Why is it open? I don't know. Anyway, I opened the shop up, pulled it up, and then I said to my mother-in-law, come in. So she came in, and then I put the shower, shut it down. So she made a phone call, we finished, and she finished about an hour or something. It was 11 o'clock. Came out, that shop was closed. Nothing happens, we gone home, and 2, 3 months, I can't remember. I went to that shop because of 3 months later. So I asked the shop owner, who was a friend of mine. I said, you remember you had a worker, his name was Ahmed. What happened to him? Okay, good guy, mashallah. I said, no, he's not a good guy. Why did you say this? I said, do you remember 3 months ago, you came to the shop, you had a lady, you put inside the shop, opened the shutter, you closed the shutter on you. Ahmed, this guy was working for them. He was putting the stuff back into the shop because they closed. So he came inside and go, look what is inside the shop. What? He's just a young lady inside. So he said to my friend, well, you know that he is. I can't get a doubt about it. Maybe it is related to his, wife, not Muslim. Maybe it's her mother. No way, she's young. It can't be her mother. Look. So the guy was anyway exactly wrong. The person that thought he was wrong, good. So he saw a woman, inside, he built upon it that it is doing fahish or fornication. Don't have that opinion. So the Prophet ﷺ, he told us that the shaitan, he goes to the Prophet. So shaitan still exists in Ramadan, but his effect is not as powerful. Then the hadith says, قال وتغلق أبواب النار وتفتح أبواب الجنة. Gates of hellfire, and we have gates for hellfire 7, and we have gates for paradise 8. The gates which are the hellfire 7, they will be closed in the month of Ramadan. The gates which are 8 in paradise, they will be open. What does that mean? Somebody might say, well, what's nothing to do with me? I don't see hell, I don't see paradise. So what is the point? Well, verily there is. When the Prophet said that the gates of paradise are open, then the appetite of the person to do good hasanah is there and is ultimate. MashaAllah. You find the people coming to Ramadan, coming to the masajid, reading the Quran, you find an appetite somewhere coming to you just by itself. You want to be qiyam, you want to be siyam, you want to keep zakat, you want to be generous. Suddenly, this is the gates of paradise, what? Open. And the gates of hell are closing. You find your appetite to do haram is not there anymore. It's being done less. That's the gates of hell being closed. This is what we say when the Prophet ﷺ said that any people like our sins for the gathering of knowledge, angel was to be sent down. Now you might say, I don't see the angel. No, they are there. That's the man that goes into your heart now. So these angels were there running shoulder to you. That's because of this practice of Allah Azza wa Jal. You'll find the angels go down. The shayateen will flee out. They don't want this because it's a reminder of Allah. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said, this is what is going to happen in the first night of Ramadan. Shayateen locked, or they're going to be weak. Gates of paradise open. Your appetite to do good is there. Hellfire gates are locked. Your appetite to do haram is not there or weak. Then he says, وَلِلَّهِ تُتَقَاءُ مِنَ النَّارِ وَذَلِكَ. You know, when you mention this hadith, you should be sort of shivering. Imagine that tonight Allah chose you to be one of those people set free from the hell. And he says, for every night of Ramadan, Allah sets people from the hellfire free. We're not going to be from those people from the hellfire. Man, you're going to be chosen tonight. I'm not going to go to hellfire. And that's in itself success here. One is what you are after. Are you after something else? This is your ultimate success. To be chosen one of his signs, but Allah says to you, you're not going to go to hell. Yes, Wallahi, this is just in itself. Makes you shiver. Makes you, alhamdulillah. This is the month of Ramadan I'm after. I'm after this. I'm after to be sin forgiveness. I'm after to be a good ending. I'm after to be steadfast. So the Prophet ﷺ in this hadith is telling us that the Almighty has made us weak and our iman drops down. So He created for us stations to fill up iman. Stations that time, Ramadan, like ours, the last hour of Jumu'ah, like for example, the places you go to Mecca, filling up station. You don't want to go out in Ramadan, in Mecca, in Medina. All of these are filling up stations. You get that from a fact. You get to Ramadan. And also, like you said, now you have no excuse. I locked up for those external effects that those of different shayateen that are there. It's you and yourself. You and yourself. So train yourself for the month of Ramadan. And do not lose this opportunity. About Allah, we are in the beginning of the month. What do you want to be? A loser? Or do you want to be a winner? The losers are the ones that take the month of Ramadan is the month Allah said. Watching movies and then wake up when there is balance. We want to make this, inshallah, Ramadan, the month of ibadah, to be for the winners. By Allah, Prophet ﷺ said, one day, as ascending the pulpit, and then he's quiet for a moment. Then he said, Ameen. Then he went another step, he went quiet. He said, Ameen. Then another step, he went quiet. And Ameen. Just sit back. So the companions, after he's finished his reminder, listen to Allah. Is this Ameen or not? Who did the first step and he paused for a second? He said, Ameen. They said, somebody's talking to you, somebody's holding you. He said, yes, it was Jibreel. Jibreel came to the Prophet. In front of the companions, none one can see Jibreel except for the Prophet. Not only that, Jibreel talking to the Prophet, no one can hear Jibreel except the Prophet. And this is from the Qudratillah, the power of Allah. One day the Prophet was with Jibreel, Aisha, she comes. Aisha, she comes. So Jibreel alayhi salam says to the Prophet, this is Aisha. Give her my salam. So the Prophet of Allah, he says, Aisha, this is Jibreel giving you salam. Messenger of Allah, you see things that we don't see. What is it? Well, Jibreel alayhi salam spoke to the Prophet in a revelation. No one's going to even next to him, Aisha, except for the Prophet. Because imagine that somebody, it's just like this, and he hears somebody saying, Salaamu Alaikum. What is coming from? Aisha would be terrified. So Jibreel was speaking to the Prophet in a way no one can hear. The Jibreel said, you see Jibreel? He said, oh, Messenger of Allah, you see that we don't see. Same thing here, the Prophet. He spoke to Jibreel alayhi salam. And he was responding to what he was saying. Ameen, oh Allah granted. Ameen, oh Allah granted. My dear brother, the mobile brother. Yes, I know, but focus. Always in one. The focus is not just with the ears, focus with the eyes. I share inshallah. Keep your video. So you always the person who is giving the talk. He likes the attention of the people looking. Very important, the eyes and the ears. If we don't do the eyes and the ears, we're not going to be focused. No way. So, question. The Prophet ﷺ had the following three statements. That's Jibreel salam, he said, Man adraka abawayhi al ahadahuma. He who lives one of his parents, just one, or two alive. Yet he does not secure himself a place in Jannah by being righteous and beautiful to them. May Allah distance in the way. May Allah keep him away from his rahmah. Say Ameen. The Prophet of Allah is in heaven. Imagine now, the best of the angels making a dua, supplication. And the best of everything, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if you do not be dutiful to your parents, if you lost your opportunity with your father or your mother-in-law, you did not gain paradise by being righteous to them, what a loser you are. Then he said, he who lives Siyam Ramadan, yet he does not secure himself, really calm, then the Jannah, sin forgiveness, may Allah distance him away from the mercy, from the blessing. Second meaning, Allah, second step. Third step, he said, then he whom your name, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, be mentioned before him, yet he does not pass salutation upon you. May Allah listen. We have first time Surah here Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have to say something. Aklu min as-salati alayhi yawm al-Jumu'ah. After the Jumu'ah, make a lot of salutation upon Allah. So this person in the month of Ramadan, he is not going to be taking this month of ibadah to maximize his effort to go to Jannah. What they're losing. When you come to the iftar, make sure you say the following dua. Inshallah. But before that, there is Bismillah. Bismillah. Eat. Every time. But this dua is for Allah. You can say that before food, while you eat the food, or after the food. No. But Bismillah has to be before the food. If you forgot, you say Bismillah, you start eating the dates. Or if there's no dates, go with water. And after that, you eat food, no problem. Then you do the general prayer, and then you could finish your meal as well after that, or increase the food if you wish. Right. Also, make sure that you make sahur. Inna bis sahur mafah. Verily, Allah puts less in this legal meal. Don't think, oh, I don't need that. I've got, alhamdulillah, full stomach. No, it's nothing to do with full stomach. I'm not saying to use the start chicken barbecue, meat and all of that in the morning. I'm not telling you that. But I'm telling you just to have sahur even as little as one. Prophet ﷺ, tasahharu walau bi jama'atin. Take sahur even with as little as one. Go for food, a cup of food, that's it. If you don't want to have food, but I know for that, the more food you're going to have, as long as you're not going to be overdoing it, then the less or the less pain, then I would say the more easy for you to pass the day fast. Because you've got solid meat, mashallah, in your stomach, so your stomach is not complaining, it's not growling on food. After that, you fill it up. So, this is the Prophet of Allah that also his companion used to hasten of the breaking of the fast and delay the pre-dosing. What time is it? Inshallah, Salah? 8:30? No, right. No, we don't want to carry on because Salah is very important. Then I just give you inshallah because you want a question. Give you 10 minutes as one question. So I'm going to round up my talk. You know that the fast is not just the fast from the materialistic. The fast also spiritual. So you see a month of fast from eating haram, from riba, from namima, from ribawi, from all this bad. And then on top of that, the materialistic. So you need to fast the following: food, drink, and eat. Those are the three which break the fast. Anything that would break the fast? Yes, it is. Also, what breaks the fast of these three? There is as well breaking the fast, which is the deliberate vomit. Not the person who has been overcome well by the vomit. No, he threw up deliberately, put his hand in his mouth, and he vomited. That person, he had broken his fast. Also, they added to this, the person, if he had been giving an injection for nourishment, like the glucose, person of glucose, that also had broken his fast. Now, any apart from that, for example, eye drop, ear drop, that does not break. injection for fever, injection for steroids, injection does not break the fast. It's only the one which is being made as food. You know, the glucose is food. The person can live with ease with that. That will break your fast. Inhalers does not break your fast. Long as the inhaler is gas, not liquid that you taste it. It's gas. Goes into the lung. Stop. It does not break your fast. Also, all these same questions all the time, same question. Also, from the thing that breaks your fast, the menstruation for the woman, or post-natal. If she had menses just before sunset, she had broken the fast. If she had menses just after dawn, she can't fast that day. This is Allah all day, the daughters of Adam alayhi. Now we have finished food, drink, intercourse, and also we found the nourishment injection, and also the deliberate vomit, and the menses of the post. We have also things which will break the fast, but you have an intention to break the fast, an intention to call it an niyyah and jazma. So you decided to break the fast. That's it. That intention will break the fast. So if you have intended to break your fast, okay, just with proper determination. But if you said, I'm going to go to the kitchen, if I find the water, I will break my fast. If I find the water, I'll break my fast. So that is not jazm, because you are saying that if I find the water, that means your hesitation. So the hesitation, so for example, I want to break, I change my mind. I'm getting tired. Maybe I'm going to break my fast, but I change my mind. No problem. But you said I'm going to break my fast with no hesitation. With also committing apostasy, it will break the fast. Now there are things which are controversial. Number one is the hijab. Hijab means cutting somewhere in the body and cutting, taking the blood out. This hijab hadith was abrogated after al-Hajj wal-Mahjum. After Allah, at the end of his life, he had made hijab while he was fasting. So hijab is no problem. Person goes to the dentist and they put injection in his gum, no problem. Does not make it fast. When you guard on this, they should go slow. But I wouldn't recommend a person to have an appointment while he is fasting. Have it, and this is emergency. But remember, gums, injection to the gum, it does not make it. If the injection inside the mouth that goes, then it will break the fast. Food and drink, if it comes through your mouth or your nose, your nostrils, then it will break the fast. That's why the Prophet of Allah said, guard while you're making wudu and exaggerate, and also putting water in your nostrils, exaggerate the fast. That means these two holes, they lead to the stomach. Also from those things which are controversial is, one which is not controversial, is the person that did that. Person committed apostasy. He said to be British fast. If you commit apostasy, you get back to Islam, that day was the better. The last one, which is the ejaculation. Ejaculation of the sperm with lust, but without interest. That's controversial among the scholars. Many of them, they said it is. It doesn't break the fast, but our Sheikh al-Bani said it does not break the fast. By this, I come to the end of my talk. I'll leave now for 10 minutes, question of 5-6 minutes, or any question you're going to ask. Okay.
No.
So then if you have a question, keep this on the microphone to speak.
I've got a question.
Okay, the inhalers are two types, gas and one which brings vapor. If the vapor is reduced and is swallowed with vapor, so the inhaler is gas, it does not. So the two types of inhalers. Doctors will support me on this one, with two inhalers, two types of inhalers. Alhamdulillah. I've got Mufti doctor, alhamdulillah, supposed to
Yeah. Switch it on to speak and switch it off when you finish.
Children, please, my dear parents, can you just look up to the children, please? Now.
housing and also can. Another way is for example, can people or can we all
Can you just speak to me now because I can't hear a word?
yeah, for some reason if I'm unable to fast a certain number of days and I miss that, obviously I'll have to take up some of the time. In terms of the fidya, I just wanted some clarification.
Okay. A person who does not fast, either because he's got, number one, his children, he's gonna inshallah benefit from this, either because he finds it difficult because he's old man, old woman, or maybe he's got chronic illness, long-term illness, diabetic, got cancer, it's a long-term illness, or the woman she's pregnant, or the woman who is breastfeeding. Those 5 categories I mentioned, I'm going to repeat them again. Old women and chronic illness, pregnant and breastfeeding. Those 5 categories. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَعَلَى الَّذِينَ يُطِيعُونَ is to pay a figure. It's not kafar. Kafar when you make something wrong, then you be penalized. It's not kafar. Pay the ransom. Because Allah is giving this concession, so Allah is asking you for a reward, to show your appreciation. This fidya is to feed a poor person for every day that you break the fast. You have to remember very important. The fidya is to be paid after you have broken the fast. So if you have given your fidya already to somebody who doesn't know what he's doing, and he has got no knowledge because of his ignorance, or it is a charity, they don't care about how they spread that fidya, and then they give this fidya in money to the poor, and then accept. If they're giving it fidya in food, yet before Ramadan starts, then accept. Only for 1 day. Because you see, here I can make an example. It is like you make the wrong or something which is you make the thing and then you pay or the fine. It's like, I'll give you an example. It's like you go to the policeman, you say to him, this is £100 because I'm going to speed next week. It doesn't work. First of all, you have to break the law and then you pay the fine. Same thing here, to break the day, then you feed the poor person. So the one who wants to feed, would feed daily, or you could wait until 5 days, 10 days, 10 meals, or Ramadan, straight away at the end of Ramadan, you could feed 30 people, or give one person 30 meals. As long as he makes the kafara, it's not to 30 poor people, one person. Could be 2 families, 10, 3 families, 30 people to give kafara for those. As for those who are breaking their fast, because they are ill but not chronic illness, they got flu, it's going to be cured. They got a headache, it's going to be cured. They got a cut, it's going to be cured. Kidney stone, it's going to be cured. All of those, it's called marid. Or that person who's in a journey, he's struggling. Okay? Those people, they have concession to break. And the more hardship you're going to experience in the trouble, the more you should break the fast. The more that your disease is going to get worse if you fast, the more you should break the fast. So those people, they have to compensate by fasting a day for that day they broke. Okay? For that day they broke. Now, both of these categories, the 5 that we mentioned, and these 2, the 7 category, they have to make up for those days by the fidya or by fasting the days before the following. They can't wait until the following Ramadan to do it before the following Ramadan. Now, if I fast on 5 days because of trouble, 5 days because I'm ill, do I need to fast it together? No, you don't need to fast it together. But the earlier you do it, the better it is. So as soon as you have an opportunity, don't delay. You don't want to die. There's some fasting you haven't done. It's like a debt. So pay and settle the debt as soon as possible. I think I have answered much as I need to answer 11 questions. Nah, ignore it.
Brush your teeth with toothpaste without mental baths.
Well done. I'll tell you what, while you have feedback, because you also escape. Right. Don't worry about it. Can I brush my teeth while I'm fasting? Yes, you can brush your teeth with the toothpaste when you fast. But you need to make sure that you don't swallow anything. So how can I make sure? Don't tilt your head upwards. If you tilt your head upwards, gravity will take place. You might swallow. So tilt your head downwards. You're brushing like this. So it's impossible that you're going to have water coming this way by gravity. This you want to deliberately swallow. Have your head downwards and brush. Don't leave anything from the taste, from the particles of the toothpaste. But if you're going to end up with this flavor in your mouth out of this toothpaste, the flavor is not good. It's only the pulp. If you got rid of as much as you can from the toothpaste, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, you understand that? And remember, you could have your brushing the teeth in the morning, in the afternoon, at tea time. Prophet of Allah, he said, by the one in whose hand is the soul of Muhammad, the bad smell that comes out from the person who's fasting is better with Allah than the fragrance of musk. But this is with Allah, not with the deen. Listen, with Allah. And this hadith doesn't mean, oh, I need to make sure that my mouth is possible because it's better in the sight of Allah than the fragrance of musk. You're wrong. No, this hadith means simply that this smell comes without your control. You have no power over it. It comes out not because of that is stinky mouth or rotten gums. No, it comes from empty stomach. This empty stomach, it mixes that product, comes out. So this bad smell, which you can't control, regardless of how much you brush it, you brush your teeth for about 2 minutes, nice, and then bad again. Why? It's empty stomach. It's empty stomach. Don't worry about that smell. Huh? And don't you ever say, brother, smell it better than fragrance of musk. My kid. My kid. So this smell, don't worry about it.
We had question. We had question here basically before
Dr. Kashif is spoken up.
Dr. Kashif. That's when you got question from here during the break. I will read the question. The question about Salat al-Qiyam. Be or 20 now, and someone definitely party.
We are not here to debate why this scholar said such and such and why other scholars said such. Okay? Because each scholar has got its own knowledge. And I am not as scholar or not even a knowledgeable as Sheikh al-Madani. But Sheikh al-Madani is not as knowledgeable as Sheikh al-Albani. But we're not really here playing who is bigger and who is smaller. No, we're not. We're here after what the Prophet had done. Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah, he admits that the Prophet of Allah, he prayed. So 11 rak'ah. Why don't we, ya ikhwan, make this 11 rak'ah as good as possible? Because we are not looking at quantity, we're looking at what? Quality. Quality. The people, because of their laziness, they don't want a bit long to do. They want you know about the Ferrari iman, Bugatti iman, very fast, 7 minutes, 21 rak'ah. 7 minutes of 1 rak'ah. What type of rak'ah is this? I need to have to be agile. I need to be first of all to the gym to follow up this man. See, boom, boom, the concept. This is not the prayer we want. We want the prayer with ease. So 11 rak'ah, better than 21, or even some countries they have 35. MashaAllah. 35 rakah, give you more. If somebody needed 46, Allah musta'an. So we don't want to add except to the sunnah. Prophet 11, and Aisha radiallahu anha, she says, ما كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يزيد في رمضان ولا في غير رمضان عن 11. Prophet Allah, he never exceeded 11 rak'ah, whether in Ramadan or outside Ramadan. She had never been asked about his prayer in Ramadan. She was asked about his night prayer. But she mentioned this answer because she is a faqihah. She knew somehow that people think if I put the 11 rak'ah, then maybe Ramadan is doing extra. So she said, Ramadan or not Ramadan, 11 rak'ah is max. So can I be better than Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Can I be better than the Prophet of Allah? Can I? No, you can't. Stick with 11, but make it nice, with nice recitation, okay, with nice ruku' and nice sujood. Inshallah, we'll get the goal. What is it? من قام رمضان إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم. Can I have a seat for you? Father Dr. Kash.
Any questions from the ladies? Any questions from the ladies? The gentlemen?
Right, we're going to end that class. No question. You have a question? You don't have a question. Because this we say 11 rak'ah. Yes, 11 rak'ah, including the 3 rak'ah of the day. Whether it's qiyam or tahajjud, it's 11 rak'ah. But if you want to do this 11 rak'ah later on, even better. Even better. But it has to be the jama'ah. He who prays with his imam until it's finished, then it will be recorded for him that he had prayed all of the nights. Listen, if you finish with your imam, 11 rak'ah, you could go home and sleep, but you'll be recorded with Allah and you'll be doing qiyam all night. Finish with the imam and be patient. SubhanAllah. Alhamdulillah. Actually,
السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاكم الله خيرا.